everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jessie Jagpal. Welcome, good morning. It is Saturday morning here in California, and we are expecting a storm it's pretty soon here, shortly, today and tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. So it is January 5th, 2019. Happy New Year if you guys, some of you are just tuning into my channel. So I'm going to do another balloon pop. So today I was going to name the title my balloons weight gain journey or something along those lines, but it would have become a little too much, especially with the story I have for you guys today too, in regards to simulation theory. Okay, so what I'm gonna do for today's balloon pop is I'm actually just gonna blow it up until it pops. So I'm gonna keep blowing air into it until it pops, and yeah, so let's see how big we can get it to go. All right, and then while I do that, I'm also going to talk about simulation theory. Leave a comment below if you guys know what that is, or if you've heard anything about simulation theory. You know, there was a movie in The Matrix that kind of goes into a little bit of that. So, oh. Oh my gosh. It's getting harder to blow up. Look at that. Ow! That hurt so bad. No joke. Ah, dangerous stuff. Ew. There's like, it's like moist. Gross. Okay. That hurt. Ouch. Oh, okay. Let me do my lipstick real quick before we begin. I don't know how I can even see this. And we're good. Yes. Awesome. Yes. Okay, guys. So today I have a cup of coffee as usual, and then also popcorn. Woohoo! My morning breakfast. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and get started. So simulation theory, basically, like this title, like whatever it is, it's a theory. Theory means that it's not proven. There's not enough evidence to state that it's a fact or it's true in any way. It's a theory. So if any of you have seen The Matrix, I remember watching it back in school when I was in high school, but not really getting the idea or what the purpose behind the story was, because I was just, my high school years, I was just zoned out majority of the time. So yeah. But now this phenomena that you saw in this movie has a name for it. It's simulation theory. There's physiologists, scientists that believe that we are living in a simulation, meaning that this isn't reality. This, what's going on, isn't reality. Like me talking into this phone, somehow ending up in YouTube. This is all part of a simulation. You guys watching aren't real. I'm not real. We're just computer programming. Okay? In other words, if you don't really understand what I mean by computer programming or the scientific language, we're basically, to put it into simpler terms, part of somebody's video game. So this, what I'm doing right now is just some genius person's simulation or game development. So he developed this really unique advanced leveled game, and he's seeing this population of what we call ourselves humans developing and growing intellectually and as you know, a population as a whole population, planet Earth, destroying one another, and then it kind of getting a laugh out of it. It's almost like entertainment in a sense. So this has created a lot of interest because with simulation theory, why people are believing this concept so strongly is because we as a society, even though we may be in a simulation, we as a society are headed in that direction. Meaning, we are approaching a stage in our lives where we are able to create beings, or whatever you may call it, that are essentially living, right? They have feelings, they have emotions, they have all of that, to the point where like there's fear of death. They want to form relationships, they want to have families. They start believing that they're real, you know, they're not part of somebody's computer program. And it gets even more intense because there's no saying that whoever created this simulation where you're here, I'm here, everything around us seems so real. There's a saying that whoever created us, even they themselves may be living in a simulation. So it might be like a simulation within a simulation, right? So one form of genius created us, and then another, you know, a level above them created the simulation that is controlling ours. Speaking of simulation, I also in my past video, because I was having this conversation with another individual, one of my family members, and we kind of got into it really thoroughly because I like had expressed in my last video too, and it was just as a joke that, you know, sometimes I almost feel like I'm in a coma and everything that's happening around me isn't reality, like it's a dream, and then I'm actually laying somewhere in a coma, and I need to be woken up, right? Well, I wonder, like, again, is personal opinion, is if any of that has to do with, you know, maybe the possibility of, you know, this reality not being reality. Maybe my mind, my brain is giving us, or not just me, many people out there possibly, signals that you're living in a game. This isn't real. There's glitches, there's things like that going on with the system that gives us like, what the heck, what just happened? That can't be true. Or they even believe when we experience deja vu, when we have days where we're like, oh, this has happened before, or like this whole day, like I feel like it's repeating itself. A lot of people go through that. That's actually a glitch in the system possibly, and that's why we're experiencing that. Crazy stuff, right? So another reason scientists and other like folks believe that we're possibly just a part of a video game, and like there's not much else really out there, is because we're, as scientists, we break down everything into small particles, right? If you take in science and most you know, physics classes, you know, like the smallest component is an atom. If you break those down into smaller and smaller components, there's a deeper layer to that. There's particles that get smaller than an atom. And if you break it down even smaller, you will see that the content within those particles resembles programming language, which means that ultimately it comes back to the idea of us all being just characters in somebody's video game. Yeah. or, you know, this to the next level. Like maybe at one point it won't be like a video game. You could essentially see it, live it, right? Or feel things. It's to the next level. It becomes more of a film. You're analyzing this world from a this world, simulation world you created. You sit back and watch it, right? And your past history, like, you don't know if it occurred. You could just be programmed to believe that it occurred. Like, you know, when you learn history in school, there was the wars, this happened, this happened, this happened. Well, did it really happen? Or is it just something that's a part of what we're being programmed to believe?